While a lot of international holidays have caught on in Poland very well, there is a huge problem with Halloween in particular. And this is because it collides with the huge Polish holiday, which is not only the day after, so on November the 1st, but also it just has a completely different vibe. My name is Zuzanna Waligura of Tour Tailor Krakow. I am a state licensed guide in Krakow, Poland, helping you understand our country a little bit better. And this video for sure is going to make that happen. This is a very, very important cultural insight into what Polish people are about. At the end of the video, I'm going to share a big travel tip, which I think is a great tip wherever you are planning to travel, and especially in Poland. So please make sure you stay until the end. Yes, so, well, this we can basically just toss, and instead, let me now take you with me. We are right outside of one of random Krakow cemeteries on Halloween. Today is October the 21st. Let me take you with me on a walk around the cemetery, and you will understand what is going on here. Okay, we are ready to go. Like I said, it's October 31st. So it is Halloween today, and it seems like a lot of local people, instead of getting ready to go to a Halloween party, instead of dressing up their kids to go trick-or-treating, so many people came here to the area of the cemetery. And this is no surprise. This is what October 31st looks like every single year. All Saints' Day, which is on the 1st of November, is almost equal of an holiday to Easter or Christmas in Poland. I personally don't know anyone who would celebrate Easter and Christmas in a traditional way with their family and would not celebrate All Souls Day on November 1st. November 1st. Just take a look what's going on here. On our way to the cemetery, we've got all these stalls selling candles and flowers. Today, people are busy last minute, still buying some candles, buying some flowers, cleaning their graves. Well, of course, not their graves, but the graves of their family. I also don't know anyone who has ever cleaned their own grave. That's more Halloween stuff, isn't it? So we can see all these people here the day before to make sure that tomorrow on November 1st, when everyone will be coming to the cemetery, to make sure that their family grave looks good and looks nice, and it looks like someone is taking care of it. The industry of cemetery candles, grave lanterns, grave flowers, whatever you call it, I will dare say Poland is the only country in the world where this industry is so huge. Already throughout the year in general, even convenience stores, supermarkets, grocery shops, they will sell grave lanterns, they will sell flowers. And that leads us to a very important insight, is that throughout the whole year, Polish people really go to the cemetery quite often. So, for example, my grandmother is dead, and she has a grave in a different town, not here in Krakow. But if her grave was in the same town, I would be going to her grave on her birthday, on her name day, on around Christmas, around Easter, around a grandmother's day, of course, yes? So this is a big part of our culture, actually going to the cemeteries, taking care of the graves. This is something I hear very often from visitors to Poland that I get to guide. Whenever we pass by a cemetery, never mind the time of the year, they are always shocked to see all these flowers and all these candles. Of course, now at this time, there are especially many. Please just take a look at what people are doing here on the 31st of October. So they are still in a rush to make everything look very nice so that tomorrow, All Souls Day, when the actual holiday begins, everything is ready and you don't have to worry about bringing new flowers if the grave is ready or not. People will be coming here for a very somber visit on one hand. On the other hand, sometimes for some families, that's a time to meet together, visit the graves that we share and talk to each other, later have coffee or tea. At the same time, maybe sometimes remember even positive and fun times we have had with our friends or our family who are already buried here at the graveyard. Of course, this is all connected with the Catholic tradition. So I apologize for mixing up the two names of holidays, All Souls Day and All Saints Day. Technically, All Saints Day is November 1st. This is when we should remember the Catholic saints and we pray to them. Then November 2nd is All Souls Day, where we remember our family and our friends. By today in Poland, this has kind of mixed up altogether. So I apologize for using the two terms interchangeably. However, Catholic people who are religious on the 1st of November sometimes will come on a procession. There is a mass in a chapel or in a church if it's next to the cemetery. After that, together with the priest, people will come to the cemetery, stand by their own graves, again, by the graves of their own family, and they will say a rosary all together. Some people who don't go to church will just come especially in the afternoon when it gets dark, when you can see all these candles. So I hope that now you understand how big this is for us in Poland, and that's why Halloween really collides with All Saints Day, which is a somber day on one hand. On the other hand, also the Catholic tradition does not really allow too much of dressing up as a devil, dressing up as a skeleton. I think it's a bit against of the Catholic culture, and probably that's another reason why people who are still relatively religious maybe have a bit of a problem with it. So maybe some of you have already guessed that, of course, my tip for your travels wherever you are in the world will be to visit cemeteries. I was in California in 2017. I spent 2 weeks traveling around California, which was magnificent, but one of the top highlights for both me and my husband was our visit to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Just because it was so different, it just gave us so much insight into the culture, which, for example, in Los Angeles meant just how multicultural, multinational it was, while here you see all Catholic graves, all Polish names, and all that. So wherever you travel in the world, if there is a cemetery on your way, it's always good to step in. I don't think in any culture it would really be disrespectful to just walk in and quietly walk around and look around at the graves. Whenever you are visiting Poland, if you only have a chance, definitely also step in to the cemetery. And then you can, for example, see so many graves have a bench next to them. This means that people actually really do come and sit down and either pray or just reminisce about this person. You will also notice how many graves have a picture of a person who lays there to remind us, very often a picture from the good days or from that person's life. Please take a look at this grave that I found recently at the Krakow Rakowice cemetery, where a lot of prominent people are buried. Professor Jerzy Wetulani and his wife lay together in this grave. They actually both died in 2017. And please just take a look. What an amazing tribute to their marriage. Probably their children have paid. Here, on the other hand, a very random grave that, to me, however, we can see a lantern with the symbol of solidarity. Krakow, solidarity, thank you for our freedom. So there is someone buried here who was a part of the solidarity movement. This is very common, that they will, for example, add information if someone was a prisoner at a concentration camp, a fighter for our freedom. There is usually a whole section of soldiers who had been killed in a battle in this town, and they are buried here at the cemetery. So you could really spend hours right here, even if you don't speak the language. So thank you very much for this short tour of the cemetery. We are back to the car. Someone will be very happy to take our space. By the way, you can see what I've got here because I am leaving for the holidays right now. In fact, even right now, as I am driving on the national radio, they are talking about some big cemeteries in Warsaw, giving information to people like which road is closed, from which road is packed, jam-packed, which road you should use if you are on your way to the cemetery right now.